Okay, we're going to try this question that talks about the average mass of a baby in its first 30 days of life. And if you're like me, you're going to learn something about babies, because I just didn't know this. They actually lose weight after they're born. It's so strange. But here's the formula. T is in days, between 0 and 30, and M is the mass in kilograms. And if at the very beginning, when there's 0 days, that's what would be at the very beginning, it's 3.2 kilograms. So when does it reach a minimum? That means this baby is actually going to lose weight in its first few days. And that's a bit surprising to me. I never knew about that. But let's take a look at it. What do we have to do? We have to take the derivative and make it equal 0. Well, how are we going to take the derivative? Well, the first thing here is we go 3. 3 over 45 is the same as 1 over 15, and then a few zeros. And if we go 2 over 2 in front, 2 over 45 is the same as 1 over 22.5. So it's 1 over 2250. And this is 1 over 15,000, and you bring it down 1. Now, how does he get it to here? Well, if you multiply both things by these denominators here, by the two factors in the bottom, the 15,000 will cancel, and this guy will come up here. Kind of cross-multiplying works, but I mean, that's what you're doing. You're multiplying that this is factor A and that's factor B. If you multiply everything by that, the 15,000 will cancel, and this one will survive. And here, the 2250 will cancel, and the 15,000 will happen. Now, then you just have to divide by the greatest common factor of these two numbers, and you should be able to figure out, or you can divide by 50 and then take a look at it and break it down. But if you find the GCF of these two things and divide by it, you'll get 3t squared minus 20t. Factor out the t. T equals 0 is one of the minimums, but he's going to get even lighter if we go 3t minus 20. If we can make that equal 0, that'll be the minimum. Well, that's 20 over 3, which is 6 2/3 days. That's your answer when it reaches a minimum. Now, the next question is, how many days would it take for the baby to get back to its birthday? I guess that's its birthday. Right at the beginning, when it was 3.2 kilograms. So all we do is let this equation equal 3.2. That's pretty clever. Let it equal 3.2. Then we take away 3.2, and then we do that same thing. You multiply both sides by 45,000 times 4,500. The 45,000 cancels. Up comes the 4,500. It's sort of cross-multiplying works. And then you multiply here, the 4,500 cancels, and you get 45,000. Now factor out 4,500, and you get t minus 10. Yes, see, t times 4,500 is this. The t squared goes out. T squared is a common factor. There's your greatest common factor on the outside. So what are your two answers? The answer that works is 10 days. I mean, 0 is an answer, but the answer that makes sense, that it gets back to its original birth, it was 3.2 when it was 0, but the answer is 10 days. Well, I don't know about you, but I learned something about babies. That's it.